So welcome to another video. This is Adam Jones. Hope you guys are well. Rory is not with me at the moment. I am going on a bit of a strange mission, and that is 6 days in America, centered around Wrexham AFC, going to watch them play Man United in San Diego. Never thought I'd say that. Dad and my uncle are both massive Wrexham fans from when they were a kid. My uncle lives in Texas, so we're going to go and stay with him in Texas for a few days, then a few days in San Diego. There is my dad. Say hello.
Hi there, everybody.
Plan is obviously to watch the football and have a great time, but I'm also going to try and do some fishing whilst I'm in Austin. Hopefully catch my first largemouth bass amongst other species, and then who knows what I can find in San Diego. I'll take you guys on the journey with me. We're going to go and try and find some brekkie, and I'll speak to you in a bit. See you later, guys. Morning, guys. Right, we are in Austin, Texas, coming down to Barton Creek, which is in the middle of town. I'm going to try and find somewhere to find a largemouth bass. Got my uncle and my dad behind me, and really excited to see what we can find. So I've got a Shimano STC travel rod. The guys have sent me a Nasky 3000 reel. This place looks amazing. I know there's going to be fish. I'm not sure how easy they are going to be to catch, but let's go see if we can chalk off that first largemouth bass. Speak to you in a bit. First spot, I can confirm it's hot. Beautiful, amazing clear blue water, loads of weed, loads of paddleboarders, loads of swimmers, and although I saw a couple of bass, they weren't interested, so we're going to move up the Colorado River a bit and see if we can find something by the dam. And yeah, it's definitely not the UK anymore. I am hot. So no bass to report as of yet. We had a look at a couple of marks in the city that my uncle, who's not a massive bass fisherman, took me to. Barton Creek is amazing if you're ever in Austin, and I would imagine on a quiet day, absolutely awesome. But there were literally 400,000 kayaks, which is pretty mad. There's so many people swimming in the river. Loads of bluegill and loads of small little bass and stuff, but obviously I want to try and catch a decent one while I'm here. So I've decided in the middle of the day to come to this shop, which is called Cabela's, just outside of Austin. This is one of those kind of superstore outdoor shops. Loads of kayaks. Can't get away from the kayaks in Austin at the moment, but apparently a really cool fishing section as well. So gonna go have a little look at this, and it's 100 degrees, it's like 39, 40 degrees, it's super hot. So I'm gonna have a mess around now, go back for some food, and then try a couple of spots later on in the day. So let's go have a look. See you in a bit. This place was absolutely amazing. As you can see from the video, it is just like a candy store for a lure fisherman. I have never seen so many lures on the shelves. I know we've all heard about American tackle shops before, but this is my first time. And yeah, it got my juices flowing for when I get back from San Diego, but we've got to go there to watch the game. So here we go now. Right, so it's the day of the game. Sails are going out. I'm on a San Diego sailing boat for a few hours before the game. There's downtown San Diego over there. Let's go have some fun. Cheers. Right, I've arrived at the Snapdragon Stadium, come to watch Wrexham play Man United. As you can see, Wrexham lager. This is totally bizarre, bearing in mind, you know, 5 years ago you'd be explaining where Wales was, and now we're talking about Wrexham. Just mental. So really looking forward to seeing the game. It's hot,
Okay,
it's beautiful in San Diego.
Will switch their car insurance right now, the guy.
At all of this. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's go see how the guys get on.
I just want your honesty.
But I never thought I'd see a Wrexham fan zone in San Diego. Mental. Right, it's been a busy trip, not much fishing, but I finally found a pond that holds bass. There is my first largemouth bass. Not a big one. I'm hoping tomorrow morning I'm going to come back here. There's a couple more ponds. Let's get this one back. And we might find another fish. It's 40 degrees and absolutely boiling. So evenings and mornings is going to be the only chance. I've got a morning tomorrow, so I'll bring you back with the camera and see if we can find a couple. Morning. As you can see, I look pretty tired. It's 6:30 in the morning, something like that. Actually feels relatively calm out here at the moment, nice and cool. Just about to jump in my uncle's truck and go and see if I can find a few bass, fingers crossed. So come with me, let's go see if we can find a bass. Only in Texas, are you walking up on a deer? Morning. It's Texas sunrise. Managed to make it out the house. My uncle had a bit of info on a pond. I came up here yesterday to have a look at a few of the other ponds. Managed to find some bass. And apparently there's some bigger ones in this little pond here. So let's go see what we can find. Hopefully no rattlesnakes. And lots of bass. Speak to you guys in a bit. So here we go. We're into the bass. There is a not massive largemouth bass, but it is number 2. We get this one back, get the camera set up, and hopefully we can find another one. The sun's up. The deer are out. It's absolutely gorgeous. Fingers crossed we can find a few fish. Right, just a very quick walk through what I'm using. I've got a Corrado BFS from Shimano. Brought this with me, but obviously I couldn't bring a travel casting rod. I just don't have one that fits the bill. So I brought an STC spinning rod, which was fantastic, but as you know, I love throwing baits on bait casters, and I wanted to try throwing some finesse-ish presentations whilst I was out here. So I've been to Cabela's and bought this Bass Pro Shops Tawny TS Special, which is a medium power fast action casting rod. It's the lightest one I could find in the shop. 6'4", I think it is, and 6'6" rather. Throwing a little skirted net around at the moment. I'm probably going to change over in a second to a weedless soft plastic. There's quite a lot of weed close in on these lakes, so I want to try and skip it over the weed. I've been messing around with a few crankbaits, and yeah, fingers crossed we can catch a couple more. We've had a few bass. I've had a bluegill as well, and I'm hoping as the sun comes up, I've definitely found some lakes with some fish in, so I've got maybe an hour and a half before it starts getting crazy hot. Fingers crossed we can find a couple of fish. Let's go. Come on. There you go. It's a little bass. Just bouncing that through the weed. Starting to figure this out now, I think. Right, there we go. There's a little largemouth bass. Nice fat one. Skirted jig. Just lifted and dropped through the weed. I'm going to get this one back, see if we can find another. Get in. There we go. There's a proper one. Well, not massive by US standards, but a nice big bass. Look at that. Just on the jig, on the bottom. Lovely bite. Great fight. That was absolutely awesome. Right, I'm just going to get a couple of photos and get this one back. Oh, I'm chuffed with that. That is awesome. Time to release him. That was awesome. So pleased with that. I almost went home. It's just the sun's getting up now. As you can see, it is starting to get warm. As you can probably see from my face. Just fishing a jig over the top of the weed. To be honest, it's taken me an hour or so to figure out how to kind of fish the weed, and you're just really going lighter and lighter on the jig and just flipping it over the bits of weed. You kind of feel it hang up, pull it through, and generally as it goes through the weed, bang, there you go. Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzed with that. That's wicked. A couple more casts, obviously, and then it's back home for brekkie. Speak to you in a bit. Right, that's probably it, I think. Probably time to head home. What a wonderful morning. Seen deer, armadillo, snakes, bullfrogs. It's been so much fun, and to be honest, I'd love to fish for another 2 hours, but I am way too ginger for this heat. It's 10 o'clock now and it is hot, very, very hot. So I'm probably gonna have a couple more casts, mostly because I feel like I've only just figured out how to fish for them, which is classic, isn't it? It's the same as everything. It's so similar to what we do at home, but yet really, really different. And to be honest, like I said, I've spent the morning probably fishing not confidently enough through the weed, and then bringing it back in that last little bit over the weed, and actually just having the confidence to bump that jig right through the weed, almost like you're clearing the weed off the hook, then letting it sit. It was there where the bass were coming and hitting it. So yeah, super pleased. Really, really cool to catch that slightly bigger one at the end. I know in American standards it's a tiny bass, but to me that's massive, so it was really, really cool. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It hasn't been as much fishing as I would have liked, but at the same time it's been amazing watching Wrexham beat Man United 3-1 in San Diego. Totally random. I know it was Man United's under 21s, don't worry, but we've got to take the wins where we can. Yeah, it's been an amazing trip. I can't wait to come back to Texas. It's going to be soon, I think. Now I know the flights are nice and easy and my uncle lives over here. I'm going to try and get myself a boat and do a little bit more fishing and explore some of the Colorado River and the associated lakes. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Cheers, guys.